What?
Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Bengals going up against the Broncos. With that, let's send you out to Denver. We're standing by in the booth. Our 2 men who will call the game for us. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led by their 6'7" quarterback out of Memphis. It's Paxton Lynch.
And there's no getting around it.
Evan.
When you first look at Paxton Lynch, you see his height. You see 6'7". You can't get past it. But don't think that he's immobile. This guy has great footwork, quick feet, and moves around really well. And when you think you got him hemmed in the pocket, he can escape in a big way and then beat you downfield with his arm.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, here we go.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. Out to his left. On the catch, it's Crowder. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And the featured back of this offense today as we get a look at the unit is Hillman.
A very exciting player. In the course of the game, he can make plays catching the football as well as running it.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Lynch now throwing on 3rd. Screen play, Anderson. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Second down, Dalton. Buying time to his left. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFau. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. And able to find Green. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they wanted to see that continue.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, thrown out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Second and 10. It's Lynch again. And Green with a catch left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. On 3rd down, Lynch. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bengals take possession. The Broncos defense getting ready to go. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
He got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. To throw here, Dalton. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Escaping the pressure right. Green's got it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time.
What? What? Of course.
You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
So Dalton now. On the screen, Bernard. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a Kiefer.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
What?
First and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Caught right side, Tate. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first. This will be Dalton again. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. 3rd and 4. They send Green to the left on his own. Passing, it's Dalton. It's brought in left side by Tate. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Lynch looking to throw on second. Crowder's got it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
In the backfield is Anderson. Lynch to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On first down, it's Lynch. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter what.
Hello? Yeah. Alright, bye. He's already outside. you guys finish eating, you need to move it out here. Hmm? Oh, you didn't tell them yet? Yeah. Yeah.
No, he meant out. Huh? He meant move the table out. Out to where? So they can come and get the refrigerator. Out. Oh, out to. Yeah. What you doing here so early? Okay. What's up with doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You did a good job. Okay. What does it mean? So,
I have no idea.
from now on,
Oh, the
microwave.
microwave.
Oh. You and him have to take all the stuff off. Michael, take all the stuff off the stove. Every time Saturday. Don't close it. Yeah, but as long as you know I'm gonna let's open the gate so they can yeah.
Watch your step now.
Watch your step.
Get it? No, it's not going in yet. Put it down. Well,
That's what the hell. Move the table. The phone
why
is
did
falling.
it
Why did it go like that?
move the table?
No.
Lift
Huh?
the chair.
No. You come got a change. Then got a more. Then got a more toilet.
Room to put the fridge in? You have to take it out. Have to take it out. Come on, take it out.
They got a phone
Put
is
it back
falling.
there.
Got a more toilet.
Wait till we finish moving the table, okay? You have more area to sleep.
Just look at move all the chairs, Michael. Oh my God, something. Yeah, they have get ready. I knew they would.
You have to see if it fits. I have to take the lid off. Huh? I asked them to clean it before, but the legs don't come off. Well, this
There should be. Wonder.
skinnier.
You have to wait a
Yeah. Move out, Mom. Move out, Mom. Come on, Michael. Why your dad won't do it. Now, you pick it under the wood. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Go ahead. Do the one.
They have a seat.
No,
You
can't
have
go that
that
way.
one.
Go back.
My outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, Mama? You didn't want it, so we picked it up. You're okay. You can sit down. They're gonna do it. He don't want you to do it. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Then we get towel and wipe it off. Yeah. Then you have the corridor. You might not be, you might not be strong.
Let's see if it'll go through the door first. No? Well, this folds in, right? Doesn't matter.
Move all the chairs out.
Yeah. Don't need to go down.
You don't?
No, because you need to fold it this way more. There.
Chairs.
I was gonna say, just fold it in the end.
Because you don't want him to
Share.
come tonight.
I do, so I've been here 20 years.
What it is, set up the chair like this.
Now that you took the top off,
Yeah.
now we're going to put it on. ours, but
Con điện thoại này năm đó. How you feel it is what you told, right? This is the thing that can pull.
they have to take the doors off to get it out.
Go what, like that?
Two.
No, they take it. The refrigerator. Alright, let's see how many of these make a predator.
Oh, Gustav, can you fix the water pressure?
Where?
No water.
Well, you just need to turn the valve down.
No, I don't know how.
You would think somebody that lives here would know how.
Would be a miracle.
Let's see which one's brighter. Michael, turn on the light.
I got it.
Yeah?
Give one more.
No, I know, but I'm saying if they want the white or if they want the soft white. Yeah.
Turn it off, Michael. Uncle said they are dangerous.
No. You eat the white one?
That's not what he did. Yeah, new refrigerator and stuff. Every day finish this. After wipe and all. If you can do it every day, I should let it do it every long time and accumulate.
But
Yeah, right there.
I can make them all the same.
Hey, yeah, I put the food in the refrigerator. Okay. Yeah. You eat it for lunch, okay? You want me to have bread that is?
You want this one brighter?
Maybe this one brighter. For you. Yeah, cause it might be harder to take off cause he taped it right there.
Oh. You have a ladder?
I think so.
In the garage. Jeff, when the new stove in, you put every time you clean it. Hey, put the top there. Look at nice and clean here. Why not here? Okay, the ladder. Turn it around. Turn it around. Okay, when they finish the fridge, you test the water. Use a thing, test it out. Take all the water out and pour it in there because the water is too old. You have to empty a couple times, let fresh water go in. You hear me when I'm talking to you? Okay? Yeah? Good girl. Every time you finish lunch, dinner.
When Victor did this, didn't he know the water was that low?
I don't think he did. So just leave it right there for now. Yeah? Just leave it right there for now. Maybe need it for the light. Yeah. That's how come with the common calcium, the water pressure is not high. Common calcium. He knows.
Is all your water that low? throw away.
Throw them away.
Yep.
Yeah, look, this is nice and clean, right? Yeah, I'm gonna clean my hands first. This is nice and clean.
So,
Oh, yeah,
you
love
need
it.
down
You
there
did a
to
good
smell in.
job,
What's the bucket
girl.
for?
Every day after you wash dishes, you wet towel wipe over here, wipe over here. You're done.
Sometimes they
Huh? Don't have to do
tweak
it
it.
every time so
Well,
hard.
that means you need to take it off and clean the drains underneath. It probably, you probably have to take the toilet out. That's what he needs to do.
Oh, my back hurts. Where's
Nó chưa vui.
Help him.
Against the wall.
yeah,
Just
against the
walk.
wall.
So,
How's your foot? Come here.
Against the wall. I said I'm more
Scan apart to make sure that what's
Okay.
causing the drain to back up. Maybe there's not enough water in there to push the toilet, the crap. I understand that, but I'm saying there's a problem. That's telling you there's a problem. And look,
No, who go the bathroom back to
would you like
clean it? If they don't use the bathroom, that's it.
I mean, you see it at work when you go to the bathroom. Do you do that when you go to work? No, you don't see none of this.
Look at you. The
So
phone's
again,
still running.
if you need more LEDs,
Why?
I'm watching something.
You don't watch it now when you're busy. Turn it off. Waste electricity. Listen, they go watch it all day. Do you watch it?
No, you leave them on.
Huh?
All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I can get Victor to come
Yeah.
over.
When Victor comes. When my Victor, okay.
Well, I didn't think I could get the microwave over here at first.
Okay.
Well, we're just gonna leave it. Oh, leave. Just wait.
Take it
Either.
outside take that one out too, so
The what?
nice and clean.
Oh, outside? Is outside? Let's go outside, no?
Oh, my back hurts.
Mine does too.
Yeah?
No, mine
Thì đó là bài này nó có play ấy nè. Nhưng mà mình đâu lọc được phải chết rồi.
Ông mày kia là cắm một vị trí đấy.
More like a lie, you will go back. Yeah, I call you Toran, it's gonna fall.
No, come on.
Yeah,
It's
it's
supposed
okay.
to wait.
Okay.
You know, change it.
Yeah, Toran. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, okay.
Take you.
Go right now. I'm gonna get the notification. You guys don't know when it's gonna come tonight, right? Hold on, sorry, I'm at home get that.
Nếu có nếu giờ ai đi với người có gì có sao còn là chưa? Thế là spray you. Good girl, you did a good job. Okay.
What's this? Oh.
No, she wants us to put it on the I got another job for you. Spray some vinegar here and clean this door. Okay? Clean it and take a picture and send it to me. Michael, good boy. If you can keep everything clean, maybe we'll give you some surprise. Okay?
Hey.
Phải learn them exercise, them work them thở lắm. Yeah, don't forget any vinegar. You buy vinegar, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, any vinegar, spray it away. Soak it like spray. Okay? We're gonna take mommy to work. Okay? Michael, spray some now and then you clean it. Look at this. What's this? You don't have no baby around here. How come it's dirty? Okay, see you guys later, huh? Don't forget that. Jack, empty the water out. Throw it away. Don't drain the water. The first time when you test out, don't drain the water, okay? Throw it away. And then we'll show Michael to do that.
Oh yeah, that's the vinegar right there.
You said at the door.
At the door, but I see this.
You're at the door.
Huh?
I'm trying to do it, but the door's open.
When you talking back to me like that?
Close the door and I'll do it.
Okay. From now on, you take care of yourself.
Close the door.
Oh wait, make sure make sure this is
It is good. You said the door.
yeah. Close the door.
Stand there with the door open. How am I supposed to do it when you're standing?
Lock it.
Stand there with the door. How am I supposed to do it? You said the door. Jeez, you said the door. Stand there with the door open.
Offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Lynch, and it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to the receiver.
You mean the...
I got it.
Yeah?
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And a little floater there is incomplete. They send Green to the left on his own. Andy Dalton.
What?
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Tate was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to be a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Sanders. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Lynch. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
What? Oh. About what?
No, I don't have to hit everything. We just put it. That was more.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
12 yards on the return that time, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, you feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. And quickly, they get to the line. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He's got his man. This is Tate. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. And Sanders now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
Wide on the ground.
And the Bengals
And
have
that's how it
recovered.
ends. That was an ugly play.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Here in the playoffs, you hope to have close games where both sides are putting it all on the line. And that's what we have so far. It should be a very exciting second half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd down at the 36. Here we'll get a sack by Von Miller. This one ends up as a loss of 3. Bengals come out on 3rd and 4. The pass will be completed into coverage.
Can't you tell
Ends up
what-
picking up
what-
16 yards before heading out of bounds.
What is on the side?
They would have to settle for just a field goal.
Disagree. Look at it on the side.
Broncos take over late in the second. Dunlap's got the sack here. This ends up as a loss of 7. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Just a lone field goal in that first half. Will the offenses show up? That's now the question. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. It's second down. Dalton looking. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Yeah. He's in. Just read what it says on the side.
And it's fielded at the 34.
Yeah,
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. And they forced that fumble the last time, and when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen again.
No doubt about it, because the person who created the turnover or the takeaway, he's getting the gold star. He's going to be the one we look at in film session and go, way to go. Everybody wants that praise from the coach. That means the next time out, you want it to be you.
Do they still hand out gold stars?
You know, amazingly enough, it's the simple things in life that motivate these guys.
A sticker, just a little gold
sticker. A little helmet sticker in college.
Yeah, put it on your fridge.
Put a little gold sticker on their scouting sheet. Things like that. They love that stuff.
Makes them feel good. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now it's Lynch. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Michael Johnson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now Lynch. Green's got it over the middle. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 42 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but at least it does draw them back level.
And that has to be job one. A touchdown certainly would have been nice. But here, you get back on even terms. And now you get the rest of the second half to try and get yourselves in front.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Dalton on the screen, Bernard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Greg Hardy in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. In the backfield is Anderson. And they'll give it to him here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands so they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Lynch to throw. And able to find Green. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give them 22 on that one. And the Broncos are going to have it 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Lynch to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Ball on the 3, 3rd down and goal. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was a big stop on 3rd down, and this is where head coaches make their money and answer the question right here and now. Do you kick the field goal for the 3 points, or do you go ahead and try and grab yourself a touchdown lead?
So we still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but his 2nd field goal makes this now a 6-3 score.
And this would be the definition of winning ugly. Now you need to continue to ride your defense and hope that you can make this 4th quarter lead stand up.
Now the Broncos defense coming back onto the field. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced him into a punt.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 60 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And Denver getting set to take the field. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now it's Lynch. On the catch, it's Crowder. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. Left side here to Sanders. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped how the guy can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it.
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Gives to Bernard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Return team. Automatic 1st down.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So this is not the QB here. They're going to do a direct snap out of the Wildcat. Room here to run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And he'll be brought down at the... And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
definitely want to play coverage here.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Nugent puts it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They go back, and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just been driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
This aching pain when you're away, like a burning ship that sets the sails to you. Fingertips, that's my lips, make me sing that holy song the way you do.
My boy, real fun.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Patriots going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, with a sign of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
On first down, Brady. Screen pass to Blount. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
And we roll now on the offensive starters, and everybody always loves to talk about Gronk.
And wouldn't a lot of teams love to redraft right now? This guy went in the 2nd round, yet no matter what, you've got a game plan for him when you're opposing him.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he's brought down. On 1st and 10. Complete to Washington. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Telvin Smith is a college safety who's transitioned very well to outside linebacker in the NFL. He runs down most plays.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell.
Empty in there.
Sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block it, and he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball. And that didn't happen on that play.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Free to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So now on fourth down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. From the left hash, this from 39.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
I can't help but chuckle because I always remember when Blake Bortles got drafted as the 3rd pick in the draft, the year he came out of UCF. So many people were in shock. They couldn't believe that the Jacksonville Jaguars had not tipped their hand ahead of time. I think they were very happy to get him once they did.
Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
On second down, here's Bortles. Flush to his right. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Bortles going to throw. Steps away to his left. Completes it to Lee. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Bortles again. Sliding out of the pocket. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away.
At the top,
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Bortles will keep it. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
On first down, this is Ivory. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A little educational piece. I know a lot of people hear 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3 those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And the seemingly endless drive continues.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
15 yards there on the catch and run. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Julius Thomas from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player.
Wow,
Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And here comes the Jags defense as they get back out there. And they've got the lead. Last time they surrendered the field goal. We'll see what they do this go-around.
And giving up 3 is never ideal because any defense wants to pitch a shutout. But that's not a bad thing in most situations. You only give up field goals, your team has a chance to win.
Yeah, they still, as I said, they've got the lead here. We'll see if they can get a stop and hold them to 0 points this time.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Brady to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all this...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The New England defense gearing up to take the field. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke that?
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
What?
You did not, you did.
First down and 10
No, it's in
for
there.
the offensive group.
It's in there. It's in the cabinet.
Bortles now on 1st down. They set up the screen to Ivory.
No, in here.
12. And it's good
In the cabinet.
Jacksonville first.
When you run a screen pass
In the
really well,
cabinet.
you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bortles to throw.
Yeah, that's it.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He doesn't.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. They get only 4 that.
What?
That leads us to a 4th down. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And Myers able to knock it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive.
Yeah, it's not coming yet.
So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Because he's stupid.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah,
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
It's not coming yet.
Brady now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They come out here in the eye. Brady gives now to Blunt. And he powers his way up past the 30. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jaguars have controlled the flow, but it hasn't given them a big advantage. The Patriots won't care how much their offense is on the field as long as they find a way to advance in these playoffs. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half.
It's not even coming yet.
44-yard line. Brady's on point with the throw, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 38-yard line. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. 3rd and goal. Thomas is by himself here, and it's caught for the score. They're now on top by 4. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now the return, Rashad Green. And on that return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. But they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Jaguars defense as they get ready to set up shop. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Brady now on 1st down. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be 1st down, New England. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. With all else fails, you find big 87.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver still gets a point there? Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down, Ivory. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So third and medium here, 3rd and 5.
The insistence of speed at every position is real.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Now Henning. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The defensive tackle, Alan Branch, is the one to bring him down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Henning. This is caught by Hearns. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. An extra quarter on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. Now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
Now White on a return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
And that was
the Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Blunt, the lone running back.
That would be
Here's Brady to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
what?
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's a foot race. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Brandon, Defensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Now Henning. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go.
Henning. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come out in the pistol. Out of the pistol. Ivory. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll set up to throw. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And now they're in the hurry up. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that brings up 4th down. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that one? It's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. 2 Patriots there to bring him down. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it looks looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
I think he might have been a little bit too focused on turning upfield. He didn't stay in bounds. He caught the ball, but he wanted to catch it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.